fight unemployment in Africa is to focus on job creating than on job seeking. Youths in Africa should focus on job creating than on job seeking. Because if you seek, you will soon lose a job. But if you create, you will remain with it forever.
And create more employment.
Nobody remembers bad leaders. Nobody remembers useless leaders. History judges bad leaders harshly. Who remembers bad leaders in Africa? But everybody remembers Kwame Nkrumah. Everybody remembers Thomas Sankara. Everybody remembers Patrice Lumumba. The names of good, outstanding leaders live forever. But the names of these useless leaders, they don't last.
What is the difference between the ordinary thief and a political thief? Number one, the ordinary thief steals your money, your bag, your watch, and your jewelry, isn't it? But the political thief steals your future, your career, your education, your health, and your business. Number two, the hilarious part is that the ordinary thief will choose whom to rob. But you are the one who choose the political thief to rob you. Because we choose them. We vote them. We blindly say we are not blind. Who is deceiving who? The ridiculous part of the whole issue is that we will fight to defend and protect our belongings from the ordinary thief. Is it not? But we fight each other to defend and protect the political thief. Is that not what we do? Thugs will be fighting themselves to protect those that are stealing our career, stealing our joy, stealing our health, stealing our success. What a shame. What a travesty. Calls for us to think and think deep.
You know why Mr. Mandela, in my estimation, is the greatest leader of our century? Let me tell you why. He was in jail for 25 years, became president of the country, and only stayed one term. This is unheard of for an African. It's our time now. I have a right to this, and no one's going to take it from me. That includes my cousin. That spirit of entitlement. Mr. Mugabe, who happens to be also an acquaintance of mine, he's been in power for how long? I forgot. Of course, there are other surrounding issues in that process, but if he was smart, he would have trained younger men and women the last 20 years with the same philosophy to take his place so he could go play golf. But he hasn't made it over that threshold where you can give up power. True leaders never seek leadership. They are too busy pursuing a purpose. So when a person wants to be a leader, tries to be a leader, pursues to be a leader, that's a very dangerous person. If you study true leaders, most of them are reluctant leaders. They never wanted to be leaders. Circumstances drove them, or a passion drove them, or a conviction took over their lives. This is why true leaders never seek power. Matter of fact, some of them actually hate power. They love to empower. Completely opposite. Their desire is to make other people great, to free other people, to make other people prosperous. True leaders are completely contradictory to those today we call leaders.
What can we do in Africa just to get the best leadership? This is the question that I've been asking myself each and every day. But you know, whenever I each and every day wake up and find some new African youths who are coming up, and they whatever they are in that is in their mind is about Africa, and Africa. I feel like I have some hope for the better Africa, for the future Africa. But you know, even some people who are not African sometimes ask themselves these questions. Why does Africa just govern themselves well? Because when we base and start to focus on whatever happened to Africa, it cannot bring any solution at this time, but it will bring always a way of just keep on blaming and all that things that cannot bring any solution. Because today, when we stick on things that we are saying about the people, the colonization and all that happened to Africa in ancient days, you know, at the end of the day, we are not getting any solution. And the people that we are keeping on blaming them, you know, when you go to their countries, yeah, they are well developed, they are well packaged, they are well organized. But Africa has never been organized. Since the time of colonization, since the time of slavery, Africa has never been organized themselves. And that is the cause problem that is consuming African continent each and every day. So we are having the problem, the main problem that we are having today is that we are making our own problem. We are the one creating these problems because of the kind of the leaders that we are electing to the offices to go and represent us. It is said that you cannot depend on the people who caused your problem and depend to them that they are coming to solve your problem. Instead, they will come and add more and more problems to your life. And that is what we as Africans, we are trying to do today. And yet we are praying that we want the best Africa.
Stay away from people who act like a victim in a problem that they created.
We want the best leadership. We cannot have it when we continue with these attitudes. So the foreign people are the one who caused the problems of Africa. Since they came to do slavery in Africa, since they came to introduce the colonization in Africa, that's when they created a problem. And this problem they created, and they used the same black people, the Africans, to create this problem. And since then, what happened during that time, it is still happening today. Because just take a look at the kind of leadership that is that's being done in African countries.
Where did the refugees come from? I don't mean did they come from Syria or Afghanistan, that we know. But why did they come? They came because of war. Where did the war come from? From my country. From the CIA, which first started to overthrow the Afghan government back in 1979. The U.S. has been involved in Afghanistan in war, both covert and overt, for nearly 40 years. Iraq, absolutely against international law, of course, often called the most dreadful foreign policy decision in modern times. An absolutely unprovoked war, killed hundreds of thousands, displaced millions, created disaster, blowback, and refugees.
No African country, no African leader is working under democracy that they pretend that they are following, and yet they are urging and forcing the citizens to work under democracy. No citizens is doing the right thing in the country unless you go other way, which is not good. It is just benefiting some few people, but it's not the good way. People are talking today about Burkina Faso and the governance of Ibrahim Traore just because they never know what was in his mind before, which made him to do whatever he's doing in his country. So that is a junta way, that is a coup d'etat. And you know, the Africans at this time, the Africans are so tired, and that's why we are experiencing several things, several crises happening in Africa. It is not that they like to do whatever they are doing today, but because the situation and the circumstances that is in Africa, that is what is forcing the African youth to do what they are doing, to take the hardest way to make sure that they deal with their governments.
A friend of mine once told me that when you blame the windmill, you must also blame the wind. The leaders are the windmill, we are the wind. If we choose to swim in the sea of ignorance, then we can only discover islands of corruption. But if we choose to swim in the seas of meritocracy, then we can discover islands of hope. The choice is ours. For the moment, we have chosen to drink from the poisoned chalice of ethnicity and corruption, and we are reaping the dividends.
So we have the different kind of a leadership. A true leader can never have the interest of to show himself to the people. A true leader cannot come out to expose himself for the good things that he has done. But a true leader, the people themselves praise him. A true leader, the people will come and speak his good deeds, but not himself. And the true leaders never want to stay on power long. They came with their vision and mission. They came with their agendas and dreams. They came with their targets. And once they feel like they have achieved their target, that's when they will just get out peacefully. But today, I just want to give you an example for Ugandan president, the long-serving African president, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. He was in an interview, and I will not tell what he has to say, but just let's listen to what he has to say.
You're now in your 8th decade. Are you bored of being in the presidential seat for so much time? Are you about to decide to retire?
I'm not. If I retire, it is not because I'm bored, because our history is that we are mission oriented. Each time we have a new mission for our people. Somebody with a mission cannot be bored.
So how much more time do you need to finish the job? You always say I want to finish the job. How much time do you need?
It is not me. It is our country, our party. We are the ones who look at our situation and decide what to do.
Okay, let's talk about you personally. Do you think you have achieved everything that you dreamt of in your young years?
I have not achieved everything, but I have achieved some of the targets, of the aspirations.
And the aspirations of the Ugandans?
Yes, and the aspirations of Uganda and Africa.
In history, how can you guarantee that you will not be remembered as a dictator instead of a democratic president?
As what?
How would you guarantee that in the future, in history, you won't go down as a dictator instead of a democratic president?
A dictator who is elected 5 times, that must be a wonderful dictator.
Yeah, welcome back. So just tell me, this guy has been in power 5 times. 5 times. That is 20 plus years. But again, he's saying that he has not yet achieved his dreams. So he needs more time to achieve his dreams. He needs more time to achieve the agenda that he had before he came to the power as a president of Uganda. So just tell me, how long will he take to achieve his dreams? Take an example of the country like of Burkina Faso. Ibrahim Traore has been in power for only 3 years. This is a 3rd year. But when we speak about the development of African countries, at this time, the fast growing and developing country in Africa today, we speak about Burkina Faso. For that few years that this leader has been in power, he has did the mysterious thing. He has did the unexpected projects. He has expanded and developed his country in a level that no even a single country has been done, has did this even for the 10 years that they have been in power. So when you are a leader, you have to come with your ideas, your agenda, and your plans. And when you ascend in power, immediately you have to start focus with your ideas and the agendas that brought you to power. But the people that we're having today in our countries, these are not leaders, but they are politicians. They are not there for the interests of the people, but they are there to chase their interests. They are not there for the on behalf of the people they are presenting, but they are there because of their self plans, which are making the plans of the life of the common citizens to be in a mysterious way. So when will we have the best leader in the best leadership in African countries? Because at this time, time is not in our side. We are trying so hard to make sure that we make our African countries we correct all the messes that were created long time ago, and we make sure that we make a future generation of Africa. But we cannot do this when we still continue depending in some people until we make Africa a free state, until we make Africa a free continent, a free dictatorship. Is African leaders ready to be a free leaders? That's the question. Are they ready to do this? So I am so happy, and as I started by, I see hope when I see the young people coming up, and whatever that is in their mind is about Africa. Whatever they speak about African future, African history. So these are the kind of the people that we and I say that they're supposed to be educated, supported, and protected in any way, in any cause, so that in future life of Africa, we are going to experience the best leadership in Africa. The people who are born to be the leaders, but not politicians. The people who will come with the interest of saving the African continent and making the Africans' life to be better. The people who will come and all that they will be working on is only the interest of the Africans and the interest of saving Africa from the hands of the oppressors and the way that it has been looted over decades. Those are the people that we want today. Those are the people that I am saying today that whenever we come across, we have to expose them. We have to show them the way. We have to listen to them. So this kind of a guy, of a kid that I've shown you, this kind of a person can be taken to any government to teach the African leaders on how they can govern their countries well. The problem was created long time ago. We don't disagree that, but we cannot keep on focusing on whatever happened to Africa, because time cannot go back and things cannot be undone. Whatever happened, it was happened, and nothing can happen to make it seem like like nothing happened. So whatever we have to do at this time is to make sure that we achieve what we want, to achieve our goals. We have to focus and go forward, but not going back and speak about what happened. That cannot bring a solution to African countries. That cannot bring any solution to solve any problem that is consuming Africa today. So we need the best Africa. When we speak about Captain Ibrahim Traore, we are not just speaking about the Captain Ibrahim Traore for nothing, but when you personally take seriously what this guy has did to his country for that shortest period of time that he has been in power, you will be shocked, and you can ask yourself several questions. Why did he choose to do this? He chose to do this because he has the interest of his country, just because he feels the way of the life that people of his country has been living over decades. Everything bad things has been happening in this country. All assault and intimidation, looting, dictatorship, terrorism has been going on in this country over years. Since the death and assassination of Thomas Sankara, this country has never been the same. A lot of things has been done in this country. Blood of innocent youth has been shed in this country. Massive killings has been experienced in this country. But nothing has been done in this country, yet there have been leaders in this country. So we have every reason to praise Captain Ibrahim Traore for whatever he's trying to do in Burkina Faso. And this is not just a benefit to Burkina Faso, but at the entire continent. Everyone is speaking about Captain Ibrahim Traore because he has did a great, which is awakening all Africans, which is a temporary trembling the African leaders, because they feel like if they don't do the right thing, then the citizens can turn over them. Even then the forces can turn against the government and do the way of Burkina Faso. And that's why we are saying that we need the best leadership. That's just like of Burkina Faso, because he has awakened Africa. He has bring the hope to Africans. He has come to show us that this is the way we can do it without fear, without any trembling, but we can do it if we sacrifice and if we agree, decide that this is what we want. So just tell me to have the comment section until when we will have to make the best leadership in Africa, because we need the best Africa. We don't need the Africa that has been of 19th centuries, but we need the Africa of this new generation. And this new generation has come to say that enough is enough, and Africa must be in a safer way, in a good hands, and in a best leadership. This is your Kenyan Explorer. If this is your first time to visit this guide, kindly subscribe this channel for more updates. And we are not just building a YouTube channel, where we're building a home, an African community for the best Africa, for the best African issues, as we come to speak each and every day about African issues. So just tell me to have the comment section. Until next time we come and speak about African issues, stay tuned and be safe.